Hi everyone, it's Diffused here again with a gameplay commentary. Today it's provided by Miss Kinky, the lovely lady who did us the montage that's on the channel. It's a good gameplay. The only thing that lets it down is we've got a couple of randomers in here in the game, and she gets a really good amount of kills. The problem is they don't win because the other guys that are in the lobby are just camping and they don't jump into the positions, which doesn't really help her out. This is why a lot of the time we prefer to play together, because we all know our own game styles and we know that we're going to just jump on the points together, and usually ends up in a win. I've got another video that I've recorded, I've yet to edit it and whatever, but it's a really close game of domination. I've never had a game as tight as it. It actually finishes up that we win 200 to 199. So if you've seen any games that have been as close as that, let me know. It's the closest I've ever been. I know I've had draws on other games and stuff, but never so close on domination. The other thing I wanted to talk about today is we're having a discussion the other day about retro gaming, and you know, like we want to go back to maybe some of the old games and try them out, like World at War and COD 4, you know, maybe do some Black Ops. But then we got into the chatting about like the old consoles we used to have, and I mean, now, I'm 33, so I've been gaming since I was about, what, 8? So it's quite a long time, you know what I mean? It's, what, 25 years? I mean, the first games console I ever had was the Atari 2600, when you had the basic like tennis game, and I used to play the old Space Invaders games. Now they're really retro games. I mean, I've pretty much had every games console going, I would say. After those ones, I had the original Nintendo NES with Super Mario Brothers. What a game! I played that for hours and hours and hours when I was a kid, and you got the gun, the NES gun, and on the same cartridge you had Duck Hunt, which was, what a class game that was. Hours and hours of fun with that. And then I moved on to the Sega Master System with built-in Alex Kidd. That game ruled as well. Didn't obviously have that many games when I was a kid, because obviously I couldn't afford them. My parents couldn't afford to buy them for me. They were buying me the console and whatever for Christmas and stuff. So I had to save up my pocket money and work paper rounds and stuff to pay for what I wanted. After that, we upgraded to the Mega Drive, and on the Mega Drive we had Olympic Gold. Now, I mean, you've got the London 2012 Olympics at the minute on the PS3 and Xbox 360, and obviously the graphics on that are really good. It's a good fun game to play. But when we had it back on the Master System and the Mega Drive, what a game. I mean, we used to sit there, you had 2 buttons on your controller on the Master System, and you get one of them, so you'd be doing, like, for example, the 100-metre sprint. Yeah, you get one of them 5mm medicine spoons that you get for kid, you know, when you were a little kid, and you'd have medicine and whatever that tastes of banana, and fucking bananas are fucking rank. I don't know why anybody would ever make a medicine taste of banana, because it makes you want to spew anyway. But we get one of these spoons, put it on the A and B button, and just whazz it from side to side ever so quick. And you do the 100 metres in 7 seconds, it'd be like, world record, yeah! And we'd be like, yeah, let's get in! And like, because now it's a case of, with the controller setup, it's just sort of like, now you can't do that on this Olympics game. You have to sort of tap it and do it at a rate where it's, you know, acceptable. I mean, it's not just button bashing, you have to do it in a certain way, otherwise you're not going to get anywhere. I had the Mega Drive, and the other thing my mum and dad bought me, which never really took off, was the Mega CD. We had that attached to the Mega Drive, and a game called, I think it was Night Trap came out for it, where there was like, it was quite dodgy actually, it was like a house, and you got all these young teenage kids in there, and it was like proper video stuff and everything like that. And you basically had all these like ninja zombie things sort of like creeping around the house, and you as the observer on CCTV camera had to trap them and stuff, and it was quite good. It was innovative, I think is the word. Nowadays, if you've seen that kind of game, you'd think, my god, that's a load of shit, because of the way the games are now. I mean, you've got so many good games, the graphics are awesome. But moving on from that, once I got rid of my Mega Drive, I had a SNES, and probably my favourite game of all time was on the SNES, Super Mario Kart. That game is legend. I played that for hours and hours and hours. And the other one that we had on that was Street Fighter 2. What a game, loved it to bits. But since then I've not really played it because I didn't think they were as good as the NES, the SNES versions. Once I'd moved on from the SNES, Nintendo 64, Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Took me 3 months to complete that game. What a game, I loved it to bits, absolutely brilliant. Also I've had a PS1 and I had a PS2. Yeah, there was some good titles on there, but once we sort of finished with that, I moved on to the Nintendo GameCube. Basically, once I was in the army and stuff, that had come out, so I bought a GameCube. Gave me the option of getting Ocarina of Time and and a couple of other Zelda games on that title. The game was pretty good. I had one of the Tiger Woods games on there. Absolutely loved that. But it got to the point where I was wanting the better console. I wanted to get online. So I then bought myself an Xbox and a PS3. And there's always a debate on which is better, Xbox, PS3. When I first had the PS3, obviously the servers were very, very laggy, just because it was free and you didn't get as much maintenance as the Xbox did. But I would say now PS3 is very, very good, and the servers, even though it's a free service, are good. The only thing I struggle with is because I'm that used to the Xbox controller, because predominantly I play the Xbox. I do struggle a little bit with the stick layout on the PlayStation 3. I'm getting better at it, but the thing I'm thinking of doing at the minute is investing in a PlayStation controller that's on a similar sort of feel to the Xbox One, and hopefully I should be doing a lot better. But what are your games that you think are retro games that you enjoyed? When you were younger, it wasn't all multiplayer at the time. It was just pretty much play it, get on with it, complete it. I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog, loved the game as well. But since then, I mean, when they've made it 3D and stuff, I actually watch it. I've tried playing, I think it's Sonic Generations, because it's all 3D and everything. The speed that Sonic goes half the time actually makes me want to throw up. Like I get motion sickness or something. It's crazy. But yeah, retro gaming, I'd love it. But the thing is, I mean, now you go back and you look at the Xbox. You've got the retro games for the Sega Mega Drive, and you've got Golden Axe and Final Fight on there and everything like that. And these were games that have basically paved the way for all these games that we have now. And if it wasn't for these games, we wouldn't have the likes of Call of Duty, we wouldn't have the likes of Battlefield and FIFA and all these games that are so good graphically now. I mean, obviously they've come through consoles and stuff, and they've got better and better and better, more graphically sound. The movement of the player or the character is so more fluid. But without these games that I used to play, when I was younger, we wouldn't have these games. But the gaming market since the 80s, when it really started, has come such a long way. In 32 years, the games have gone from a little square block with a round ball in the centre to, as realistic as you can physically get on a game. I mean, you never would have heard, you heard of like horror films getting banned, but games getting banned, for the fact of like Manhunt, that was banned. They banned it in the UK. I did have it originally before they banned it, but you never would have heard of games getting banned. You know what I mean? Just because of the content. And I mean, when people say, "Oh, Call of Duty, such and such," kids, and blaming it for things, and I don't know, like kids beating each other up and stuff like that. I'm sorry, it's a load of rubbish. At the end of the day, it's an 18 rated game. If parents give their children the game and they say they can play them, that's up to the parents. You know what I mean? I play this game. If their kids, they want their kids to play this game, that's up to them. You know what I mean? That's their choice. But wrapping this video up, it's coming to an end. Miss Kinky did pretty well in here. She got like 50 odd kills, and she picked the right kill streaks. I mean, these guys on the other team obviously didn't have blind eye on and stuff. So she's picked the right kill streaks and it's paid off for her. She ends up getting 50 odd kills, which she said for her is a very, very good game. But I think she played it well. She's a tactical minded person. She plays like myself. She likes to try and get on the points. It's just that not many people in this game were helping her. One thing I might suggest to her is get your trophy system on. I mean, usually we run with a couple of people with trophy systems on, and they are a very, very good thing to have. But I'm thinking myself now of also sort of saying to the guys, you know what, instead of just all running assault kill streaks, I know we'll run some guys, if they don't mind, with support ones. You know, the guys that are maybe running around and jumping on these points, you just get them so we can get advanced UAV, you know, and ballistic vests and that kind of thing. But yeah, retro gaming. I've been gaming all my life. I love computer games. I mean, I've played some games on the PC, like some of the MMOs and stuff like that. Then the problem with them games is they seem to take up most of your life. You find that you're playing them far too much and you don't get other things done because you know, raids and stuff can take hours. So I've quit that. I enjoyed it, but I've quit it because it's a bit daft, really. But if you like this video, guys, please rate, comment and subscribe. And let me know what retro games you guys like and where you started in gaming, in your gaming past, and what sort of consoles you've had. It's always nice to find out what other people's backgrounds are and stuff like that. Thanks for watching.